Hello, all, and welcome to Star Trek Picard. I can't even call it Star Trek. Picard Season 2, Episode 8.
If you have liquor, pour a glass and join
Well,
us.
well, just forget the glass. It'll save you some time. Just forget the glass. It'll save you some time. A couple of quick little things that we're gonna get through here before we get too far into this. I want to thank everybody for getting me up to 400, especially Mrs. Canuck, who really pushed the channel and lobbied for it. Thank you all so much. Finally hit the 400 mark. That's awesome. I'm gonna
Congratulations.
have to do a 400 stream at some point soon. So thank you all for that. And of course, because I'm a good Canadian, happy birthday, Your Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II. I could always remember her birthday. It's the day before mine. Thank you, Loki, for giving me the early happy birthday. This
Oh yeah.
morning. I was hoping to not have to think about how old I'm turning,
Mm-hmm.
until tomorrow morning. But all is good, I guess, a day early. But I always made the joke that while the Queen was hungover, I was getting drunk because her birthday's the day before. But she gets cannons and shit. We don't get that. We don't get cannons and stuff for our birthdays. Although that would be funny. But anyway, as you can tell, I'm filling time here, folks, because this episode is special. Quick spin through chat here because I want to prolong this again. Chris Persia, welcome, of course, Mrs. Canuck, Mexican Iron Man, Life with Matthew. I'm going to completely screw this up, so please forgive me. Zanzolotin. Yeah, I tried. Please don't kill me. Deleted scenes. Welcome, sir. But yeah, so initial thoughts without breaking this thing down too far. Initial thoughts was better than what we've seen over the last little bit, or are we still at that
Oh no, it's still a complete giant pile of shit from continuity errors to acting like things never happened before this, and no, it's still what they do to Brent Spiner's character is just absolutely. I mean, I don't know how he does it. I guess because he's such an activist now. He just enjoys being railroaded and made to look like complete ass. Um, but yeah, I mean it's just another log of shit on the fire presented by Raffi and Seven, who take up the majority of the episode.
Yeah. Were you almost hoping that she's just kind of squeeze a little bit tighter in that one scene and then snap? Oh darn!
I think that was laughable. That's the one like laugh I got from this whole episode
Yeah, yeah.
was
Was the
that
chick fight?
ooh, I should be so scared of the blonde. I don't even like to say her name. And Raffi and Seven. And yeah, she just tosses Seven aside like she weighs nothing. And
Yeah,
yeah, because she's been eating car batteries, folks.
yeah, yeah.
The buffet line at the chop shop where she was just eating car batteries. Yeah, that made total sense.
And well, not only that, but let's build up to getting there. So they make it to the bar the next day, from what I can tell. So it wasn't even the same day that she was at the bar. And
No,
she's
she
just
was at the
down the
bar at
street.
night. Yeah, she they were at the bar that night, and this is like the next day in the afternoon, and
Yeah,
she's been munching on car batteries at a chop shop. Nobody's noticed.
yeah. She's just down the street, conveniently.
Oh yeah, and she killed some dude because he got handsy with
Well,
her.
and here's the kicker: they screwed up their own continuity because on the surveillance tape that we see of the Queen walking away, she's walking away alone,
Hmm.
not with anybody, alone.
Yeah, they can't even keep their own shit straight.
And then we get told, no, she left with a guy.
Yep.
That's not what the video show. She busts the
Yeah.
window, and then we see her walking away all by herself. Where was the dude?
Under her skirt, hiding.
Okay. Um,
A big guy too. He's like 6 foot tall.
I just.
Manly bearded
Oh
guy.
yeah,
Of course, that's neckbeard. They want to
yeah,
kill
yeah.
neckbeard. They want to
But
get rid of all the neckbeards.
yeah. Well, and then we get Mr. FBI guy, who turns out to be a complete and utter failure because he's a.
Oh, what a fucking douchebag!
Oh.
He was in a couple of series with the guy who makes I can't believe I can't think of the name of the song. Sons of Anarchy. The guy Sutter, I think his name's Sutter. He's been in a bunch of shows for Sutter. He was the actor he played a detective in The Shield. He played a ATF agent in Sons of Anarchy. He's not a bad actor, and they just made him a weirdo.
Yeah.
A real weirdo in this. So
It's just like I don't. This episode to me, I mean, we find out. I mean, what are the big takeaways? Q's dying.
oh yeah, get a load of that one, folks. Q's on the way out. He's dying. How can an omnipotent god die? Well, guess what? We're gonna find out, and it won't be from a musket or whatever. Um,
Like, so Q is now dying. Interesting. Or as Q puts it, I prefer it. That I'm evolving to blah blah. It's just like, what the fuck?
It entertained me, the thought, for all the 5 seconds that I was going to die. Yeah.
Like, I mean, you
There,
had moments of Q there where he's like, it was new, it was exciting. That's something you'd expect from Q. But like, what the fuck? Okay, now Q's dying. Okay, interesting, fun. And then, of course, because they get the concept that Q usually speaks in riddles, so then they put in the lamest riddle they can find. It's not that the fact you're in a trap; it's the escape that counts.
uh-huh.
Can you come up with something better than that, please? Like I told you in the green room, I am 100, and wrestling fans will understand this. I have often wondered why AEW has been around for 3 years and Vince Russo hasn't got a job yet. I now know he's writing fucking scripts for Paramount. Fuck. Because this makes about as much sense as the WCW during the Vince Russo era. And as Loki can attest, that's probably when he started turning off the TV.
Yeah, I can't stand Agnes. I can't stand Dodge.01. They have made a mockery of Seven. They have completely wasted Brent in the series. He's a sick, twisted, evil dad. Of course, we're gonna have the sick, twisted, evil dad fantasy. And the walkout and her smiling like she's achieved so much. Dodge.01, guys, walked away and turned her back on her mean dad, on her mean daddy,
Mhm.
and smiled all the way out. And it's like, God, dude, the man hating porn that these people have created through this show is just it's phenomenal and astonishing how they get off making men look bad, including Picard and other male members. And they can't touch Rios. They can't touch Rios, but they got to make him look like a goof.
Mhm.
He's got to be the dumb guy that gets lucky all the time.
Although,
He's
I think Life with Matthew, you are greatly, giving less credit to the X Files than it deserves. I mean, some of their later seasons, maybe, but yeah.
mm,
I just don't know. I mean, like, it's
Will you rewatch this?
no.
No.
And I
There
loved season 1
there is
for
okay,
the
so
most part.
there's a Variety article that was sent to me today. It was sent to me by Chris Persia, and what it talks about in this article is that CBS, Disney, Netflix, all these basically stations that are throwing out all this content are not looking at any of this like a failure. It can be underwhelming. They can be not be they low ratings. Doctor Who ratings to only 200,000 people watched it. Yada yada yada. They do not care because they're looking at this at a 5 and a 10 year cycle. So it doesn't matter how many people watched it when it came out. They're looking at it like, well, we don't really care until that 5 and 10 year cycle. Then we'll decide whether it was a success or a failure. This is why these shows keep getting renewed. These are why these programs keep coming out with the same shit because they don't have to face any consequences from the Nielsen's rating board. The Nielsen ratings are completely disappearing. No one wants them around anymore. No longer will shows be judged of well, how many people watched it. They will be judged by how many times in a 5-10 year span did they watch it during the streaming service, and how many subscriptions do they believe these shows got them.
Yeah.
CBS actually is under the dumbass idea that this and Discovery are bringing viewers to Paramount Plus. Same thing with Disney and the Marvel shows. That they all same thing with Netflix, and it's oh my god, he's expecting. They think all of this is driving subscriptions, and as long as the subscriptions are there, they don't have to do a comprehensive look of, well, was this worth making for 5 to 10 years down the road? Because they expect people to keep watching this over and over and over again. When in reality, they're just throwing shit at a wall and it's disposable entertainment.
Yeah. Well, I've said that for a long time now, that they're not they're not ratings don't matter anymore. They just don't. I laugh like now we're really going to go off topic, but it's me, damn it. Um, I laugh at wrestling fans because they still do it to this day. Oh, Raw only got a 2.5 or a 1.9 or a 1.6,
Well, a
and
one is in that same.
SmackDown got a 2.2, and oh, the ratings are down, and they
Well,
don't give a shit.
no,
WWE does not give two fiddlers of a damn what that rating is.
no, and now a one is considered a success.
Well,
If you
yeah,
get a
because okay,
one, that
let's
is
put this into
considered a
perspective.
success.
Let's put this into perspective. The wrestling fans just make me shake my head. They argue right now that there's a war between AEW and WWE. I got news for you, not a freaking chance. Back in the Monday Night Wars, we were talking 5.5s, 5.6s, 5.7, 6s, and sometimes a 7.
More people watched wrestling during the Monday Night Wars during those I believe it was 82 weeks than have ever watched wrestling live ever.
Yeah.
It's
And then
never going to go back
WCW
to that.
went to hell in about 99, late 99, early 2000, and then from 2000 to 2001 when the buyout happened, it really went to hell in a handbasket. But nowadays WWE doesn't give a damn. They don't care because everything is on how much Fox is paying them, how much USA is paying them, and pay-per-views aren't even a freaking draw anymore.
No, no, nope.
Home like back when we watched wrestling in 90, Monday Night Wars, the main financial gains for WWE was live events and pay-per-view. Okay, those were the two majors. It's not that way anymore. Live events are not barely on the financial report.
You can't even go. You can't even right. You can't even go. You can't even get into a live event anymore because they won't let them in a stadium.
Like
Have they changed that?
oh yeah,
Just
they're back
curious.
in stadiums
Okay.
now.
All right.
But well, WrestleMania this past year was in Dallas, Texas, in the big fucking dome thing. But the 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 silly part is people are still focusing on ratings because we grew up. That was the measuring stick, ratings. It's not that way anymore. WWE doesn't give a damn about the ratings because as long as USA is happy, as long as Fox is happy, and as long as Saudi Arabia keeps giving them a shit ton of money, yeah, they don't care.
Yep.
Because the live events, pay-per-views are not where the money is anymore. Hell, even merch isn't where the money is anymore. And it's the same thing for Disney, Paramount, all these other. It has nothing to do with ratings. Ratings are bare minimal on the table anymore.
They don't care. They just
They don't
don't
care.
care.
They
don't care what you think. They don't care what ratings think. They don't care what anybody thinks. As long as they're getting their message on their platform out and they keep getting checks, that's all that matters.
Yep. Because, and I think, and now I'm really
We're not being blackpilled, folks. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it.
Well, and not only that, but I'm going to say something funny because I can. But in a way, it's funny, but in a way, it's sad. I think WWE owes all of the fandoms a big apology, a huge one. I think we're gonna have to create a new hashtag. I think we're gonna have to say blame McMahon. Because if you look at, and I've said this, there's a video on my channel a long time ago. If you look at Disney, if you look at Paramount, if you look at any of the major fandom owners of the IPs, they used to cater to the fans, right? They used to make product that the fans could digest and like. And then they stopped doing that. Well, WWE stopped doing that in the 90s. Pretty much right after WCW went out of business. And it became no longer fan base because WWE proved the model. If you have a die-hard fandom, they're always going to buy your shit. Doesn't matter how crappy it is. Doesn't matter how, as long as you put a bow on that son of a bitch, it'll sell. It will sell. Tickets will fly off the shelf every time. Doesn't matter how shitty the product is. Wrestling product is overall is probably the worst it's been in 10 years.
You can see how entertaining this episode was, guys.
Yeah. I'm going on a wrestling rant. That's my birthday tomorrow. I can go with anything. But it rolls right back to this. They're not doing these shows for the diehards.
No, they don't care. They do not care about people that have been fans for 60 years, 40 years, 30 years, however long you've been a fan. They do not give a rat's ass about you and what you
because
want.
As far as they're concerned, they already have your money.
And they're doing...
The minute they put Star Trek on the fucking thing, they have your money. So it's not your money they want.
They ain't getting my money.
Right? As far as they're concerned, they already have your money. So they don't need to pander to you because they already have your money. Plain and simple. They already have your money. They don't need to pander to you. What do they need to pander to you for? They already have your money. And until we as fandoms change that, then that model works. And that model will go forward. And we get shows like this, where Picard says to Guinan, or Guinan says to Picard, I can't wait to meet you. Loki, explain why
Time
that's
Zero,
stupid.
because in the 1900s, Picard did meet Guinan. So Picard has already met Guinan. She acts like he has never met her before, and she has never met him. And the reason is that the fucking scissoring hens that wrote this never watched Time Zero. They don't know Time Zero exists. All they cared about was, okay, we're gonna do a show, and we're gonna base it largely on Star Trek For the Voyage Home and Star Trek First Contact. You've got music from First Contact, you've got themes from First Contact, you've got music from Voyage Home, you've got themes from Voyage Home, and that's what they base this season of Picard on, is Voyage Home and First Contact. These people never watch TNG and know absolutely nothing about Time Zero 1 or Time Zero Part 2 because they never bothered to watch it.
Yeah. And the other thing with that, coupled with it, is JT Kirk is right. This is a lot of this is they've allowed Patrick Stewart a little bit too much creative control.
It's still an Akiva Goldsmith Kurtzman
Oh,
production.
absolutely. But I mean, Stewart isn't helping the ship here. Stewart isn't
I'm
going.
lost. I'm lost in the corn, Guinan. Get your ass out of the corn, Picard.
Yeah, like he's not exactly there going, well, my character wouldn't do that. Right? So it's at the end of the day,
How much has this been about Picard? You know,
none.
because the
Except
family
for the first
scene,
season. This season, no.
they act like his brother never existed and was never born.
Yeah.
You've seen his father, and first time we've ever seen Picard's dad. No, no, it's not, because when he died and had when his heart gave out,
Mm-hmm.
and Q did the little do thing with him, you saw his dad then, and guess what? That motherfucker was bald. So that I kept my hair from Gaius Baltar is all bullshit, because you see his dad bald. Obviously, see, they never ever watched TNG. This is Star Trek made by people that don't know Star Trek at all.
No.
Give me the days when
You'd
you
think
had
somebody
fans
would give
sending
him
in
some cliff
scripts.
notes.
Give me the days when you had fans sending in scripts, fans that loved this show, fans like Snodgrass, who wrote the Data episode where they want to take him apart and pull him apart and all that shit. I think her name's Melinda Snodgrass. She was a teacher who got picked up by Paramount CBS because she was sending in beautiful, awesome Star Trek scripts, and she knew Star Trek. She was a lifelong fan. This is what we're missing now with this shit. They've got scissoring hens that used to be in the Gilmore Girls writer room that think they know something about something, but really they don't know anything. And right now they're patting themselves on the back, going, "Look at the member berries because we sat down and watched Voyage Home and First Contact."
Mm-hmm.
They still don't know Star Trek, and
No.
they're never gonna know Star Trek because they never want to put the time or the dedication into learning what a beautiful show this has been for the last 50 fucking years. 60 now. They don't want to know. They just don't. And you know
And
what?
I'm
Fuck 'em.
sorry, but the lame TNG music for no reason.
Oh, when Borg Queen bitch was turning people into, that was that
No,
was
no, no,
first.
no, 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 no. I can't remember exactly the right scene, and that says a lot. But it had to do with Picard.
Oh,
Picard's
the one
sitting
with
there,
the
and he's doing it.
Vulcans.
And then they do the dun dun as he's raising up in the chair.
Oh.
Fuck.
Yeah, they played music from First Contact too when
Uh-huh.
when the Queen's turning people into Borg at the end of the episode because she ate car batteries.
Yeah.
She's
And
like
and
chewing on a car battery. It's just
isn't that new way of
assimilation.
assimilation just so
Uh,
much more high tech than, because you think about this now. It's not even the queen's body. The queen apparently needed to charge herself to be able to do it
on car batteries.
on car batteries. Just she needed the metal. Okay, whatever. Don't you think it would look more archaic of an assimilation? Not a more high tech version of assimilation, which is just touch and now you're assimilated?
You know what's fucked up? That scene where she like whips her head over and she's holding that part of that battery and she sees Seven and Rafi. I can literally see the director standing there talking to her, going, "All right, you're mean, you're nasty. You just got done eating a car battery. Here comes your enemies. Go get them." And she does the power walk, the Terminator fucking power walk,
Yeah.
and
Dun
you're
dun
just like,
dun 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 dun
"Oh
dun dun dun.
God, help me." No! What have you done? I can see that. I can see it. And I'm just like,
I think at the end of this season, what we need is we need a clip from an actual good story. What have they done to my boy?
God.
Look what they've done to my boy. Oh fuck. But like this whole season so far has made absolutely no fucking sense.
Why were the Vulcans back on Earth
Yeah,
in the what would have been
there we go. They already fucked
the
up first
80s?
contact.
ET. It's ET. He's Elliot and they're ET. And yeah, so that there literally is a scene in the woods where the boy comes across the Vulcans and he's like, "Oh my God," and runs away, and the Vulcan does the mind meld and all this shit on him, but it doesn't work for whatever reason.
Yeah,
It's fucking ET.
must have been a defective Vulcan. Couldn't even do a mind meld right. I
Oh, I know exactly what happened to you. You okay. So you're a cop. You're a
mm-hmm.
cop, Canuck, and you think I'm an alien. And you tell this story of being out in the woods and this happening to you, and I raise up out of my chair, dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
You are touched, rambling by a Vulcan. He was just trying to steal your thoughts and your memories away from you. Would you be like, "Oh my God, I love you, and we'll let you out and do anything for you"? Because that's exactly what fuck happens here. This
Yeah.
guy
Well, not only
immediately
that, he
gets
gets
wet.
fired first.
Yeah,
Here's my other question. How the fuck does a fired FBI guy get back into the room?
when Picard told him that and he looked up, I mean, I literally thought he was getting wet. Can a guy get wet? I'm guessing he can because that's what this guy looked like. He looked like he just spooged in his fucking pants and got wet because Picard told him that the name of the aliens that mind raped him as a boy were Vulcans.
Yeah, and they didn't mean him no harm.
Ugh.
Good
Somewhere
lord.
out there, one of those writers was like, someone touched me when I was a kid, and
Yeah,
this is my way of dealing with it.
good lord. Like it's just. But then, okay, he gets out. Leaves, comes back with the box in his hand because he got fired. How would a fired FBI agent get clearance to get back into the
He didn't let
cell?
him know. He didn't let him know that. He didn't let them know that um he had them in custody or whatever. I'm not exactly sure how he put it.
But somebody's buzzing him in and out.
Oh yeah,
So
oh
if he's
yeah.
getting buzzed in and buzzed out,
It was that little female FBI agent, or maybe it's Q. Fuck.
like, have a good one, Mrs. Canuck.
Later, Mary.
And but it's just like I don't get it. Like none of it makes any damn sense.
I don't think it's supposed to. I don't think it's supposed to. I don't think they care enough. They don't care enough about the. They don't care about enough about the show for it to make sense.
Like, it's like, okay, so we've got the main storyline, which is we have to get female Canuck or female Picard into space.
Female Canuck. Huh?
Yeah, why not? We'll send Mary to space. It'd probably be a better storyline. Sorry, dear. So we'll send Mrs. Canuck up or Mrs. Picard up. I'm gonna say that over and over again now because I'm half asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna send Miss Picard up to space, and then so that's the main storyline. Aside from the other main storyline of trying to fix whatever Q fucked up, which is kind of getting the Picard into space. All the past fucking storyline with Picard in his childhood. Fuck, could have done without that. What is half of the story? Like, if you got rid of half of the storylines in this fucking show, would you be hurting it at all? Like, if you took away the Picard's flashbacks to his childhood, would that affect this storyline at all? No, none. If we didn't have the Queen going psycho, does that affect anything up to this point, really? Other than them being able to time travel? So if they would have just killed the Queen after the time travel, that would have been fine.
Yeah, I'd had no problem with it. I thought that's where they were going.
Like, I just there's so many. Did we need the Dr. Sung and test tube girl in this show?
Not at all. Not
like
fucking
if
at
you
all.
erase that from the fucking story, does it affect it at all?
Nope. Besides it being better, because that smug little shit, just running him into the ground and walking away smiling. That is your writer's room.
Oh yeah,
That is what these fucking twats, star twats. This is what they get off on. Is grinding men into the ground and walking away smiling like, haha, look at me, I'm so fucking strong and brave. No,
and
you're just
another
cunts. You're
storyline that we
star
could have got rid
twats.
of. Another storyline we could have got rid of, the ice storyline. JT Kirk is right. That one could have been gone too, and it wouldn't have changed the fucking show at all. Like, not even a blip. So that's like 4 storylines we've got rolling right now that you could take out and it doesn't affect the show negatively at all. Like, at all. You could have just run with Q's dying. Okay, fine. That's not the first time we've tried to kill Q. At least the last time in Voyager, they made it a war. Corny, but it was at least a war. This time, Q is just having a crisis. He can't snap anymore. Just the whole fun of Q. But
yeah.
Which is why when they made him a human in the TNG series, it kind of sucked. Just saying.
They didn't. But how can you learn a lesson you never learned, though? That's the thing. How can you learn a lesson you never learned? These people didn't. These people didn't do their homework. So to them, none of these lessons exist.
Like, it's like, I don't understand this season. It has just been one.
Get it out as fast as you can to see what sticks on the wall of streaming. You want to understand the season. That's the season. That is Picard season 2 in a nutshell. Get it out as fast as you can so the shit you've thrown at the wall sticks.
I mean, at this point, I have to watch season 3 because I've got to see just how bad they really fuck this up. I'm more watching, like, you know, when you watch a train wreck? Or you watch a car crash, or you watch, you know, those compilation videos of, you know, semis smashing into stupid people. That's basically what it is. Like, okay, this was dumb. How much worse is this going to get?
It's gonna get bad.
It's like the whole reason I watch AEW. But it's just, I, and the worst part is when I watched season 3 with you of STD, it was a different feel for me with that one. Because at least there was stuff to get angry at once in a while. Like they do something so egregious that you just were fuming by the end of the episode.
Yeah.
These last 4, there's not even an emotion at the end of the episode.
Besides aggravation,
Well,
and we're getting drunk watching this shit.
Well, I would say less aggravation and more bewilderment.
Yeah.
Just absolute bewilderment.
I have to take breaks. I'm not kidding. We brought that up before. I have to take breaks. I can't get through a whole episode without taking a break.
And all I have to say to this, JT Kirk, is if they bring back Will Wheaton, that son of a bitch better go to an airlock. He needs to go to an airlock. Once and for all, just Wesley Crusher to the airlock. Inspect over there, please. Hit the button. Oops, we spaced Wesley.
Yep.
That actually might redeem this if they did that. Fuck. That might actually redeem this. Or you know what? Let's give him that. Let's give him the take out the eyeball treatment with a drill. That could redeem this. And a Dig Outlaw, absolutely right. Little less talk and a lot more action. What the fuck have we got for action except for Borg Queen choking Tweedledum?
We got Pew Pew in the second episode? We got
we got Pew Pew in episode 2. And then it's just been Melrose Place afterwards. Actually, I think they had better writers. Bloody hell. So basically, Picard is escaping from this underground bunker. Okay. And, oh, wait, no, they already escaped, didn't they? Yeah, they escaped from the underground bunker. They're going to go make sure that the rocket launch happens. The Queen is loading up an army to retake the ship.
Ugh.
So that's going to be our action.
How are they going to get into the ship? You tell me. Without current tech, how are they getting in the ship? How are they getting in the ship without transporting it? Is she just going to transport them in? If that's true, they're screwed. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing Rios can do. There's nothing they can do. Why does she even need soldiers?
Yeah. Well, because she needs the collective. She misses the collective.
Oh, okay. So she's got a collective. If she controls the transporters, all she has to do is beam Rios and the Habla Españols out, beam her troops in, and she's got the ship. There's nothing anybody can do about it. Nothing Picard can do about it. Nothing anybody else can do about it. Agnes,
but that
Borg
takes
Queen,
all the
twat,
drama
has the
out.
ship. Whatever.
That takes all the pointless drama and the flashbangs and the machine guns and the pew pews and the dynamite on the door. I don't know. They're gonna beam in and they're gonna have a trap. That's what it's gonna be. They're gonna expect the beam in. and they're gonna trap them in a force field because reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're gonna talk, and then they're gonna the episode's gonna end with what's her face retaking control of her body and overpowering the queen.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Only for her to say that she prefers the queen with her because she has company now.
God, if we get this fucking twat with the queen in her head, I'm yeah, no, no. Mm-mm. The Borg live in you now, Agnes. Take care of them. Fuck you, Picard. Patrick Stewart, all of you. Fuck all of you.
Agnes was the true first queen.
No, because the Borg exist in this time. The
Okay,
Borg do exist
Loki,
already in this
when
time.
does this affect the writers of this show? You're talking to me about facts. Facts don't matter. Those are just problematic. Just saying. Help. So, I guess overall, this episode is kind of a meh.
Yeah.
I'll even
No,
give it a rating of a 2.
Yep, I'm right there with you. I'll give it a 2.
It's a 2. I mean, I
Out of
haven't
10,
rated the.
right? Out of 10. If
Yeah,
it's
out of 10.
5, 1 out of 5, it's a 1. Okay.
It's out of 5, and we broke the scale. Um, but it's just there. You're left bewildered, confused, and utterly. When does this season start? Anybody been waiting for this fucking thing to start? Last 4 episodes, I've been waiting for a fucking episode to start.
You only got, what, 2 episodes left?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, 9 and 10.
Yep. Whole lot of shaking going on. Actually,
Well, the
nothing's
next
happened.
episode will be the pew pew fight. You know, dun 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 dun. The Borg are coming. The Borg are coming. What do we do? Oh, the Borg are coming. And they might even drag it out. They might even make the battle scene in episode 10. And episode 9 will be the prep. And of course, they'll have to have the rocket launch in episode 10 because they've got to have that fucking first contact moment. Because you know that's what it's going to be, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, when the rocket launches in first contact to turn into the first warp drive. So it's going to be same feel. Guarantee it. Motherfucker. And they're going to save fucking Q. When they go forward in time, that'll save Q.
I'm sure.
Because they got to leave that door open for season 4.
No, season 3's it. Season 3's the end. They've already stated that. Season 3 will be the last season of Picard. You're going to get one more season after this, and that's going to be it. It's not that it's being canceled, it's that that's all Patrick wants to do.
Yeah. Like I said, Stewart has full control. Which was a mistake. But whatever. All right, folks. I'm not going to bore you too much more. And I don't think Loki and I could talk about this show anymore other than going, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck. So, yeah, I'm waiting for the show to start. It hasn't started yet. Yabba dabba do. Until later tonight, because I understand that Mrs. Canuck has a surprise for me later, and I have a special stream tonight, which I have no details on. So, yay me! So I don't know what to tell you, but there will be a stream later. But I don't know what to tell you other than that. So
Nice.
I would assume it will have something to do with the fact that my birthday is tomorrow. So we'll go with that. And again, a big thank you to everybody and anybody who helped to get me to 400, especially Mrs. Canuck, who really worked hard to get me there. And of course, Loki and everybody else. Thank you so much. It's so cool to finally make the 400 mark. I never thought I'd hit 20, so 400 is awesome. Then yeah, and then we've got a couple more things. I'm going to try to record for the third time because the last two times I ended up talking about bullshit for an hour and a half. Go figure, I rambled and we forgot that we were supposed to record. But that's besides the point. So eventually we'll get a what if series. And then karaoke on Saturday night will be special karaoke. It'll be my birthday celebration slash I'll be doing a couple of songs for my father because my birthday is kind of a double edged. Monday will be his 19th anniversary since my dad passed. So my birthday has a double feel to it. So yeah, we'll have some interesting songs on Saturday, and it'll be fun. It'll be a blast. I'll probably have booze, even though my doctors will yell at me, but I don't really give a fuck. But at any rate, till next time, take her easy, folks.